Welcome. I'm really glad you're here. Before we talk about productivity, goals, or rest, I just want to say this. This space is for honest conversations, not pressure. So take a breath. You don't have to fix anything right now. You don't have to be productive while watching this. Now let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're constantly busy, yet something essential is missing? But somewhere along the way, I realized something uncomfortable. The more productive I tried to be, the more disconnected I felt from myself. And that's what this video is about. Not laziness, not giving up, but the quiet, powerful shift toward intentional unproductivity, and why it might be exactly what you need right now. What you'll understand by the end. By the end of this video, you'll understand why doing nothing isn't wasting time, why rest feels so hard in a productivity-obsessed world, and how slowing down can actually bring clarity, fulfillment, and energy back into your life. This isn't about doing less forever. It's about doing less on purpose, so you can live more fully. The trap we're all in. We live in a world that celebrates busyness. If you're tired, it means you're working hard. If your schedule is full, it means you're important. And slowly, productivity stops being a tool. It becomes our identity. I was always planning the next task, the next goal, the next thing to improve. Even rest had to be earned. Even free time had to be useful. And maybe you know this feeling too. You sit down to relax, but your mind won't stop racing. You feel guilty for resting. You feel behind, even when you're doing your best. My personal wake-up moment. There wasn't one dramatic breakdown that woke me up. It was quieter than that. One day I realized I was doing everything right. Working, improving, staying consistent. But I didn't feel present in my own life. I wasn't unhappy. I wasn't fulfilled either. I was just functioning. That's when I asked myself a question I had never asked before. What if the problem isn't that I'm not productive enough? What if the problem is that I never allow myself to simply exist? A new way to see rest. We've been taught that value comes from output, from results, from visible progress. But human beings are not machines. You are not meant to be productive every moment of your life. You are meant to experience it. Intentional unproductivity is not about doing nothing out of avoidance. It's about choosing moments of stillness without guilt. Moments where you are not fixing, improving, or proving anything. Just being. What intentional unproductivity really is. Let's be clear. Intentional unproductivity is not scrolling endlessly on your phone. It's not procrastination. It's not giving up on your goals. It is conscious rest. It is presence without pressure. It is allowing your nervous system to slow down. It's sitting with a cup of tea and not turning it into a task. It's walking without tracking steps. It's staring out the window and letting your mind breathe. Why doing nothing feels so uncomfortable? If rest feels uncomfortable to you, there's a reason. Many of us learned early on that love and approval came from performance, from being useful, from achieving. So when we stop doing, we feel unsafe. We feel like we're falling behind. We feel like we're losing our worth. But that discomfort isn't a sign you're doing something wrong. It's a sign you're unlearning something deeply conditioned. What changed when I slowed down? When I started practicing intentional unproductivity, nothing dramatic happened overnight. But slowly, something shifted. My thoughts became clearer. My creativity returned. I started enjoying things without thinking about outcomes. And most importantly, I stopped feeling like I had to earn rest. I realized that doing nothing sometimes was not stealing from my life, it was giving life back to me. The hidden power of doing less. Here's the paradox. When you rest intentionally, you don't lose motivation, you reconnect with it. When you stop forcing productivity, you start hearing yourself again, your real needs, your real desires. Intentional unproductivity creates space. And in that space, clarity grows. How to practice it without fear. You don't need to change your life overnight. Start small. Take 5 minutes a day where you don't consume anything. Sit without your phone. Notice your breath. Let boredom exist. Do one thing purely for the experience, not the result. And when guilt shows up, notice it. Don't fight it. This isn't about becoming less ambitious. It's about becoming more human. You might be thinking, what if I become lazy? What if I lose my drive? Here's the truth. Burnout kills motivation. Rest restores it. You don't fall behind by resting. You fall behind by ignoring yourself for too long. Integration. Balance, not extremes. This isn't about choosing between productivity and rest, it's about balance. Doing and being. Action and presence. When you honor both, your life stops feeling like a race and starts feeling like something you actually get to live. If you've been feeling exhausted, unfulfilled, or disconnected, maybe you don't need another system, planner, or routine. Maybe you need permission to slow down. You are not lazy. You are not behind, you are human. And sometimes, doing absolutely nothing is the most powerful thing you can do for your well-being. If this video felt like a deep breath, I'm glad you're here. If it helped you, share it with someone who might need this reminder too. And if you'd like more honest conversations about growth, rest, and self-understanding, you're welcome to like, share, and subscribe.